here's what I saw in the videos that we took last night, or that I watched last night. When you're coming through this chop where Evan's wheel is, or Mark's wheel is, these two in particular were using their legs to drive across the bumps, right? And as a result, the bumps didn't look as severe because their knees and legs were compliant. Right? They were driving. You can watch the ankles drop below the foot pegs to get that rear wheel to bite. The challenge is this, because you struggled a couple times in this section yesterday, Alex, where you tried to turn underneath the bumps and push the front end and dab. It had a pretty good big foot dab that I thought was going to lead to sore ankle, whatever. So the idea now is to drive across the bumps. Like we have to get that bike settled when the track deteriorates, because it's going to be too slow to kind of get over here to the left coming out of this corner to look for a smooth line until they get bigger or something else happens. As it sits right now, driving across it. So gear selection, Evan, this is what I want you to play with. It always sounds like that bike in particular is out of gear fit. So I want you to experiment making sure you're fourth and not third coming through here, or
I've been doing fourth, and we'll see what you think it sounds like. Yeah. I'll try pitch a couple times.
Because there's a couple I heard that maybe you missed the shift when you did it, but there was definitely a couple that it was off the rev limiter. That's an exaggeration. It was too high in the RPM. I know the bike wasn't full. Mark, I wanted to make sure that you are looking far enough ahead out of this section, and I think you're doing a decent job with that overall because you like these fast tracks. But coming out of this bump, what you're going to find, Mark, is when you start scanning the track just a little bit further ahead than what you're used to doing, you're going to pick up different nuances, different sections of the track, different bumps that you may or may not use, and that's what you're going to improve your sense of awareness when you're looking for it, right? Because I want you to run those 210s, Mark, without blood in the water. That's what I'm after, right? Because you always, like in those motos yesterday, right there on the last lap, and Evan was right there, then you set your fastest lap, and I want you to be able to do that without any blood. Make sense?
Yeah.
So we're going to use these guys as a visual aid. So the loop is going to be this. We'll go through the rollers. After the rollers, we're going to make a long left-handed turn. Evan, you'll be the lead bike. So go across the water lanes all the way back to like the starting gate, and then down because we got to get up to speed, so we have to use the first turn. However, Mark, I'm not asking you to go wide open through the first turn. Let's kind of conserve energy, get up to speed so we can attack this section driving across the bumps. Ronan, gear selection is critical. Stand up, butt up off the seat. The feet have to be tight to the bike. JC, the bike should not be pinging and bouncing off the rev limiter. If your knees are in front of the foot pegs, the bike is going to start moving and wiggling when these bikes are driving. So I encourage you that, in fact, you know what, Evan, maybe it's better if we turn and come back the water truck road by the side-by-side and then back through so we can see it.
Yeah, thinking. Okay.
Because I want you guys to watch one another, and that's the other end of it. Remember the three forms of learning: visual, verbal, and hands-on.
The Lord knows we get.
God knows you get all the BS because I talk all day. There's your verbal. Your visual is watching Mark, Evan, Alex, even Ronan when it's done correctly, right? There's something to be learned from everybody. Any questions for me?
Are you going to radar us?
What I'm going to do, yes, I'm going to stand on top of this jump on the inside, and I just want to watch you go through it a few times, and then we'll set up the drill where I'm going to radar. But I'm going to use mile an hour standing here, getting you on whatever bump I feel is going to be a challenge. Okay? Questions? All right, let's go.